Okay, so this is my Z9 207 V6 manual. So I was let me check shock absorbers. So the front was kind of a little bit weak, but not that really that weak. So I started let me put pressure on them. Then later I'll go to the rear ones. Now the rear ones are actually new. When did I mount them? Was it not last year? If I'm not mistaken. But because they were old stock, it's as if they've kind of lost pressure a little before I mounted them, even though they were new. So we still have to remove them to find out. I can't really say exactly how the piloted shock absorber are supposed to be. Are they supposed to act like the non-variable ones in terms of pressure? You know, because normally the normal one, when you press them, they will come up on its own. But the real ones that time when they were new, they were not coming up. They go in and stays there. So as if probably they've lost pressure over time, even though they were OEM. So we check them. So they are putting the new front ones, the pressure. So the rear ones we check, we remove and take them to add pressure as well. And then see what happens. Yeah, they are piloted or amber, but I just had to put that pressure so that stays right. The only thing I'm yet to confirm is the lower wishbone bushing. This particular one, this one is okay. Yeah, but this one, don't know, probably might not do it today. So that will require removing quite a number of things to remove that one. Okay, so keep it updated. Okay, so the shock absorbers are back. So they put pressure on the front one. So we want to mount them now. For those who own a Z9 V6 petrol engine, 607 phase 2, you can see the number of the spring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the coil spring is 6. Okay, all right. Okay, so I will remove the rear shock absorbers. So on both sides. And when we did that, they were flat, as in no movement. So taking them to where they did the pressure and pressure, it comes up now, unlike before. This one now, if you push it down, it stays down. Okay, so both of them, I think they are pressure. So later I'll put this, I call it coat, so that it will protect here. The one for the other side is on the other side. So I think we are good to go. So I'm going to mount the back and call it a day. So I'll finish mounting both the front and the rear and every other thing concerning what I did today, which was suspension. But okay, it's not like an overhaul. All I did was just put pressure both the front shock absorbers and the rear shock absorber. Remember, this is AMVA, that's piloted shock absorber, or what we also regard as variable suspension or variable shock absorber. So just like similar to that, the one I did in my 407 V6. So fortunately, after doing this thing, the car became much better in terms of road handling. I mean, these things are now very firm. So this is the first time I can actually confirm to people that we can do this, because I've never done this before, and a lot of people have been calling asking if it is a good idea to do this. I will tell you 100%, it worked. It worked for me, and okay, let's just say not worked, it works. Because I could say that I expect it to keep working. So I did it thinking that maybe what if I do this thing and they stop working completely. And it did work, because ordinarily, even the people that were putting those pressure were not comfortable doing that, because they were like, oh, it's not supposed to work for the shock absorber that electronically controlled. It's for manual suspension. But I was like, hey, I don't care. They are all weak already. So you can as well just risk it, because worst case scenario, it won't work. So it means I'll still replace them. So it's better replace it. If it works, fine. If it doesn't work. So as it is, it works. What I mean it works, I mean all the tires, the shock absorbers on each of the wheels, they all work. So now it has come back to the sports suspension. Before it was kind of weak. Now the rear one we are the worst before now. What happened was I bought used one some years, a few years ago, by maybe 3 or 4 years ago, something like that, or 2 years ago. So I bought a used one, ordered it from Lagos. By the time I arrived, one of them was already leaking. It was obviously leaking before they even sent it, so I knew it was just a waste of money. So I mounted it, and even though it had pressure at that time, I mounted it anyway, but days later, it just stopped working. I looked under, I saw oil. In fact, the oil even came out up to I could even see oil here on the alloy rims. So I just ignored it and kept using it like that. And what it was doing was, as you're on high speed, once you climb anything like a small stone, no matter how small the stone is, even if it's something like this, I'm telling you, as small as this, immediately what you do, that side of the rear will just shift like this. Let's assume it's on the rear left. So once you climb that thing on speed, you see the tail will just do like this. You just boom, it will just shift as if you want to swerve out of the road, which will be giving you a symptom as if your what is it called, stabilizer link, rear stabilizer links are bad. I've changed up to 3. The current one there is OEM. Even the one I removed before, we are actually good. Nothing wrong with them. They are also OEM. I removed them, put the 2 different types. It kept doing the same thing. I bought another OEM new one, it kept doing it. I just left them there, knowing that okay, right now the problem is no longer from that. So that it's definitely the shock absorbers, which we are obvious to me we are bad, but I didn't know that it could actually do the same symptom. So so the new one that I bought, OEM. So since the used one I bought didn't last for me, so I bought a new one. But what happened was those new ones were actually old stock. It seems as if those shock absorbers have been there for more than 10 years or thereabout. So from understanding, the longer the new shock absorber stays in the park without being used, they tend to dry off. That they tend to start losing pressure. So the mistake I made was when I bought this, I ought to have done that pressure thing, but I didn't. So I mounted it like that. I knew there was no pressure, but they kept telling me, oh, it's an automatic one, it's electric that will determine how strong it will stay. There's something my mom was telling me, no matter how electric controls it, it's supposed to twist, stay strong, press it down, it comes up even on its own, but this one will not come up, it will just stay down, as if they are completely dead. So I mounted it, the same symptom continues, same symptom that will make the car. This time it was not happening on both ends, because one of the used shock absorber that I bought is actually still good, so I kept it. Remember, I bought 2 used ones for the rear. One, before I even mounted it, was leaking oil. So by the time I now bought the new one, so the other side of it that was okay, that wasn't leaking oil, it's still okay, so I kept it. So, but that side was not doing that thing before I removed it. So, but when I now put the 2 new ones without pressure, both sides started doing that. So, what I now did was I first put pressure on the front ones, which were already weak, but have not leaked. Now the rear ones, I removed them as they are, since Um, there are no pressure on both of them, but no leakage of oil. So I now decided to go and put pressure this time. Mounted it now, everything. No more shifting, no more turning on the back, shifting or dancing around on high speed. I've done the test, gone. I hope it stays that way. I actually do tire rotation as well. I started to use the opportunity to do tire rotation, and that was done as well. So, these are quite a number of things I was able to put on this car. So I'm really happy for um, the state I put this car today. Um, so, so the car is back on what I actually got it for, which is performance. Yeah. So, if you have piloted 607 V6 shock absorber and they are weak, do not get rid of them. I will recommend you do exactly what I did, unless they started leaking. At that point, putting pressure will not do any work anymore. It won't help the matter. So if just because they are weak, don't throw it away. Go and do that pressure. It's much cheaper for you. Where are you going to get? Even the used one you are going to get. Remember what happened to me in my 407? Same thing. Put the used one, boom. 2 days later, all of them leaked out. So why bother? So it's better you hold on to what you have that is good. Put that pressure and keep using it until once it fails completely and start leaking, then it's gone. There's nothing you can do. You have to get another one, new or used. So so that brings it to the end of it. Hopefully you must have learned from this. Okay, so I wish I can jump in again and go for another drive. Alright.